there. Well, I'm doing something interesting tonight. It's like 3 in the morning, and my other fan just quit running again. Let me fix that. Well, we need to oil the motor. Oh, there we go. Just needs to warm up a little bit. Heat the grease up so the motor starts working. And somehow this cheap little fan I got, the motor keeps seizing up. I think the grease that was in it was like too cheap or something. So I gotta oil it a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm poking some holes in this hunk of metal in order what to use for my exhaust header flange. I'm poking the bolt holes first because those are the most critical ones for me. And once I get done poking them, I'm going to start punching through where the ports are. Oh, you can't see anything, can you? Alright, let's rotate here. There we go. That's a comfortable operating position.
Nice on them doohickeys down there.
All right, back we are at the Daytona project. We're in nearing the home stretch here, getting as far ahead as we're going to start working on the exhaust manifold tonight for the driver's side. I'm not going to call it a header because I'm just going to make it kind of a log manifold, sort of like it comes from the factory. Here's my ugly ass thing that I kind of made with a plasma cutter and then a drill and then the die grinder. At least we know the holes are big enough. We're going to get the crud off of here first, and then let's see. So this goes toward the front of the vehicle like that. We're going to need to, well, actually, we'll just knock all the crud off of both sides. That'll work. Well, needless to say, my plasma cutter was in the midst of a failure when I cut this. And it did continue to fail until it failed completely, at which point it became annoying. So it's going to take me a little bit to cut all this melted metal off here that should have been blown off. Alright, so that's good and shiny. And it's fairly smooth. It's smooth enough I can mate it to the engine with a gasket. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side. This side is the side I got to weld to, so it doesn't have to be as smooth. But it does have to be clean-ish. They'll do the edges too, what the crap. Alright, there she is. Shiny on both sides, good. Ooh, shiny. Alright, so this is the weld side here, and this is the engine side. I picked this side on the actual piece of metal because it is smoother. And that's fairly smooth enough. Good enough I can bolt it down to a gasket and it'll seal. Mainly what I gotta do, I think I've shown you before, but let's look again. You probably can't see it through here though, because all the crap's in the way, but, oh no, maybe you can. Yeah. There we are. We gotta miss the steering shaft with it down in there. You can barely see it from this angle, but we gotta miss the starter, so we gotta go off to the right and through that little gap down there, and then straight back out. That'll do it. I'm gonna put an actual communistic converter on this thing and actual mufflers on it. You know, those things that make it quiet. Because I'm sick of everything being loud. Like, I've had loud stuff my whole life just because I was poor. Yeah, there's a big old hole down there through there. And actually, it's going to come down back behind the starter, which is cool because that means that the header's not going to be in the way of the starter, or vice versa. So we're going to go straight back with her. We're going to come out 6 inches from the engine, and then go down at a 45-degree angle, and then just go 2.5 feet down, and that's where we got to pick her up inside the frame rail, and that'll be it. All right, so I'm going to hit the garage real quick and pick up a exhaust manifold from the opposite side of the vehicle that I can weld. Well, let me make sure this will work. Hang on, I'll be back. You might want to fast forward through this part. Actually, I'll probably do that in post. Yeah, we'll see. Or I'll just make you wait the whole damn time. That would be kind of irritating. Especially once the audio cuts off when I get on the other side of the garage here, because this little microphone doesn't have that good a range. Well, it's pretty damn good range because it's got this little, I mean, for being as small as it is and as small as the receiver is, I'm really surprised. I might put a bigger antenna on the receiver. It's still not blinking yet. Bet you it starts blinking when I get on the other side of this dumpster. No, it's still green. Huh. I bet you can't hear me though. So what we got is those two ports that are together, and then a port that's, well, it goes like this on the engine. The one port that's by itself and the two that are together. And the two that are together, I'm pretty sure on the engine that they're one single port, one great big wide port. So I can just make one big opening for it. Actually, I can make one big opening for it anyway. No, they're two ports, but yeah, we'll just do that. We'll make just one rectangular opening for the two ports. That, I mean, whatever. All right, now I bought specifically for this a chunk of channel. Where did go you? Oh, it's long gone. I don't know where the hell it went. It was over there, and then it stopped being over there, and I don't know what happened to it after that. Oh, what if this 16 gauge work? It might. I got some chunks of it. Yeah, probably do it. I don't have enough. Well, I got more of it in the garage, so maybe I do have enough. Huh. Well, I guess that's going to probably have to be the deal. All right, so here's a hunk of 16 gauge. There's another hunk of 16 gauge. I think what we'll do, and we got another pretty good sized chunk in the garage. So what we'll do is we'll take this, and we'll use this to make the, well, can we use this to make the long piece or the short piece or both? I need a longer piece. Let me back you off a little bit here. Well, oh, we need to space it out anyway. All right, so we do need that angle. Oh, I could use this to make sure it's flat too. Square or whatever. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. Duh. It's right here. Right in the front of the car where I left it laying in the way. So I reckon that this is about the right size that I can just take two pieces of this and build out from there. Actually, I can cut this down a little bit, and that'll be my spacer outer. Be kind of cautious in welding this, but it'll be all right. All right, so we make 6 inches of this. Well, let me measure that again. Let me go get a measuring device because everything's all freaking screwy. While we're over here, let's get a cutoff wheel too. The one that we've been using. Oh, that's right directly underneath my measuring tape. I'm gonna kind of eyeball this, but the angle should be pretty close to what it needs to be. All right, hold this. Now you get up here. Flop these wires out of the way temporarily like. And run that down there. Oh wow, I got a lot of room. I might need to go more than 6 inches. That's what the ladies say. Ah, I'm getting tired of that. That is getting so damn old. Maybe we don't need quite 6 inches. Oh, no, we don't either. Need to space it 4 inches out. 3.5 inches out. No, 4 inches out from the block, and then we turn. And the turn will be about 2 inches. And that'll be how we take it through. Alright, cool. So let's chop this. We gotta make 4 4-inch pieces out of 18 inches. That's good. We can do that. Kick ass. I'd like this to be kind of straight too, so I'm gonna have to go get my square. We need 4 4-inch pieces. First 4. There's the second 4. There's the third 4. There's the fourth 4. Alright, precision mode. Gotta go get my square. I'll be right back. Uh-oh. Well, it was over here. What the hell did I do with it? Alright, here's my square. I don't think I want to build junk on YouTube full time, because anytime you take your thing you do for fun and you turn it into a job, it ends up making your fun thing miserable. You know, when your fun thing turns into your job, then you got no fun thing anymore. Because eventually it's going to be a pain in the ass. And it's going to be enough of a pain in the ass that you don't want to do it. I'm hoping this stays just a side thing. Maybe it'll make a few bucks, who knows, but sometimes that's okay. If you can get, if the culture of what you're doing is okay, and you can get to where you're ahead, and you don't have to deal with the people that are the detractors, I would say, then that would be a great move. But just, the problem is getting your head above the water. That's the pain in the ass. I barely got my head above the surface with this thing in terms of finances, so that's good. I mean, I'm getting ahead, but it's also not as much as it used to be, because I mean, they give raises, but it hasn't even remotely kept up with the pace of the expenses going up. That's part of the stress. Because I used to be able to just go to the store and buy whatever the hell I wanted, and just, there's money for it. But now, everything went up 25 to 50%, and it's not quite as hard as it was back when I worked for the parts store, but I see it coming, and I don't want to do that again. That was miserable, and I don't ever want to be poor again. All right, let's see how we cut. This thing is making a pain in the ass of itself. Let me, let's see, let's pull the grinder and the camera. Let's go over there. All right, hopefully you can still hear me when I get over there. I think that the laptop can hear me that far. I mean, it can hear the signal from the microphone. Here's the camper frame again. It's still here from last time. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to not. All right, mash on the button. Let's see what we got on the view of the camera. Okay, this will be a nice little tabley thing. At least it'll be something I can prop stuff on. Let's plug in the grinderator and grind. It. Well, I got 2 more cuts to make. Okay, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. 4 chunks. That's what we need. Now, let's go over and get the other piece that we need to work on. Piece. Here we go. Whoa. Chunk. Yeah, bring the flap wheel too. What the shit? All right. Oh, there's my chair too. That's nice. So what we're gonna do is the first 2 jigs here. We're gonna cut a little bit skinny so they fit on the. Well, you see, these are way wider than the channel is in there. Okay, so this has got to get like thusly here. Go. All right. Oops, keep that marker out. We're gonna need it. You know what? Now we can measure it. Put a mark on the other end. Now we can mark it all the way down across. Hopefully my old ass can cut straight. Where'd the grinder? Oh, here it is. All right, give it a shot. Yep, that's it. Well, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to cut, ain't it? That's a little close. Huh. Well, I got an idea. Here, hold this. Oh, here, let's ruin my clamp too. Now, you'll probably also notice that I'm off the caffeine for now. And interestingly, my heart now is beating regularly instead of every other beat or every third one. It's not skipping any, and it just kind of thump, 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 thump. It just keeps going. That's weird. Is that what normal people have? It seems kind of odd. It doesn't make these weird jumping sensations and crunch, clunk, bang, crunch, buzz, vibrate. It doesn't like sit there and pulse a little bit and then just start going again. It just sort of just beats. It's weird. There we go. Well, that's kind of not quite straight. Oh, we'll make the weld shop fix it. They do that sort of thing. All right. So this, that's probably hot, huh? Yeah, not that bad. I cut it pretty quick. That's mild steel, so it's not too awfully bad. Okay, that goes there, and that is just about exactly right. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy? That's the shit. Well, I hope that's not the shit. That's the precursor to the shit. Whatever. anyways, that fart felt good, and I'm going to do it again later. Just because. Alright, now, this goes on there. It goes into there. And I make an exhaust port size hickamajig. About yay big. We make a line down the side of here through here, and then we cut inside the line to make us about a blade width into it, which is right where we need to be. Oops. It's on the wrong side of the hickamajig. Now this is not precision work, so we can just kind of sort of eyeball it. Oh, we can just see what the width of this is and then cut it the same width. What is that, the kerf width? No, not the kerf width. That's the offcut width. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Now you hold this, and then give me that cap. Oh, I can't wait to get back to this camper frame too. That's going to be cool when I get that done. But we want to do this first, because this is kind of more pressing. I want to get this done before Christmas. Not necessarily totally done, but drivable before Christmas. Drivable on public highways. Now it's been insured and registered for years and years. The zoning Adolf people didn't like it anyway, sitting at the house. And well, it sits too long. I had to move that. Well, now it's huge, my car, and it's even more obnoxious. So every time they bitch and piss and moan about something, it's going to leave, and it's going to come back way uglier. And there's nothing they can do about it, because it was kind of hard to keep it running before, and the tires kept going flat. But now it's got them big old truck tires on it, and it's got a better, more reliable engine in it with a more reliable electrical system. So that, I can just drive it around, do a burnout in front of the township office if I want to. There we go. That'll do her. Alright, so we got a hickamajig this away and a hickamajig that away, and they should match up approximately. Yep, cool. That's good. And I can get weldy on it and make her match totally. Cool. Make sure that matches up with the port, and we got the big pain in the ass is this is kind of close to this bolt hole, so we got to make sure that we've got enough room for that bolt hole to line up. Well, enough room that we can access the nut that goes onto that, because it's going to be a stud. So we need the exhaust port to be complete, which it is, and we also need to be able to access both studs, which we can, but barely. Alright, and I can weld on the inside of that. That'll be perfect. Okay, now the next thing we got to do is get 2 more of these, plus some extra plate. So these are for that. It doesn't matter which one's which. And 2 more of these. We got to go like this. And I don't know if you can see that. We're going to go like this and like this. And then plate in between them. So we'll go like there and then put one here and then plate across and plate across the gaps. I gotta get my other angle. You know, this is kind of fun, but then again, I don't think I'd want a job doing this all the time either, because it's just, I don't think it's anywhere near enough money to support, well, much of anything really. And I think I'd be competing with fabricators who are much more skilled than I, which wouldn't be a very good match. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. If I ever have to, I can. I might have been pretty good for roadkill back before they started putting $10,000 engines and everything. You know. Alright, is this big enough? This one probably will, but yeah. This will cover it. And I'm just like freehanding this whole thing. It's probably going to be completely whacked, but yeah, whatever. We'll fix it in post. Loop. There we go. Now, do we have enough stuff left over? Oh, we have exactly enough. That's cool. Alright, cool. So I can make both my plates out of that. Nice. Chop her down the middle. Well, let's stick a square on it and then chop her down the middle. So you can find a square side. There we go. Got 8. The problem with this kind of stuff is everything's I mean, I could probably make straight stuff, but I'm just kind of freehanding it because it's my own project and I don't really care that it's perfectly straight. It doesn't have to be. I guess if I was doing it for somebody else, it would have to be. So don't put this on the resume. Well, just don't get real close to it when you put it on the resume. Don't let them see it up close. Just keep them like half a mile away from it and be all right. All right, let's get choppy here. There we go. There. Oops. Well, get out of the damn way. You're underfoot. Let's grind a little bit of an edge off of there. There we go. All right. So now we got our out sticker pieces. Now we need to make the back goer piece and then the down goer piece. I think we'll go rectangular or square all the way back and part way down. And then we'll square up a piece of 2 1/4 inch pipe in the vise, weld it to this shiz, and then go the rest of the way back with that. Alright, cool. So now we can take this cutting wheel off of here and stick a flap wheel on it and get to flapping it. Make me some clean edges to weld. That'll be good. Bunk. Oh, I wish some of these tires were, well, one of these tires is good. The 16.5 that's on the 8 lug rim that doesn't fit anything except that one thing down in the far away site, not in the middle of nowhere. My 1-ton chassis. I think every other tire here is bad. I gotta figure out what to do with these things. I'll probably grind them up or something. You can do that. Use them for playground filler or something. And if you're doing a 1980s style, Generation X style playground filler, you leave the wires in them. Make sure the sharp wires are sticking out of them. I learned you don't touch sharp shit. Told you not to touch that sharp stuff. Now look what happened. You cut yourself. Rub some dirt in it and go in the house. You're grounded. Well, I think that's the end of that flap wheel. Let's go get one that's not ended. I would like to make a ROM hack of Sonic the Hedgehog. But instead of Sonic, like a minion pops up out of the circle in the middle at the beginning of the intro, and you have the minions singing the Sonic the Hedgehog theme. Ba, 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 ba. I thought that was cool. Well, I thought it was cool when they did I think it was like the Universal Studios or whatever theme. Bum, bum. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, Minions are awesome. Love Minions. Wish they'd make. Oh wait, maybe they did just make another movie, didn't they? I forget. I have to look. The Minions are friggin' awesome. I love Minions. Minions are like the coolest thing ever. Yes, I'll make a Sonic the Hedgehog ROM hack with Minions doing the theme, and actually, Bob the Hedgehog. That's some thick-ass galvanizing on this plate. Phew, that's a pain in the ass. I have a feeling I'm going to be making a lot of Steve wheels tonight. Yeah. Looking at this camper thinking, I wish I was working on it. Now we got to work on the car first. Then I got that little mini Jeep that somebody threw away in the garbage at my shop for my nephew. I'm going to fix that up for him. Probably not for Christmas. Maybe, well, it's too cold outside to use that kind of stuff nowadays anyway. Maybe I'll do it, give it to him for Easter or something. Yeah. Cool little kid. He just turned 3. Ouch, that's hot for some reason. I couldn't imagine why. Alright, yeah, gotcha. Okay, you sit there. Gotta grind the galv off of this plate. Yeah, it's gunking up the wheel. Flap wheel's crap anyway. It's gunking up my crap flap wheel. If you notice, it takes a few seconds to start throwing sparks. That's because the galvanizing is so thick on this thing that it takes a while to burn through, and then of course it clogs up the wheel. Huh. Yeah, look at that. Got shiny. Alright, did I get both sides of that or not? Yes, I did. Ouch, that's hot. I couldn't imagine why that would possibly be hot. Huh. Whatever. Witchcraft. Witch! Oh, shit. I forgot. I think there's a new Quantum Leap out. You gotta watch that. Ouch. That's hot for some reason. Couldn't imagine why it wouldn't just immediately cool off. Since the last time I touched it, it was hot and I burnt the crap out of myself. Let us do the edges of these. I reckon by golly we will. Only 72 more times. Yeah. go. Yeah, two more. Are you even getting this on cam? Yeah, I reckon. Get her a little better. This is the first exhaust manifold I built in about 15 years. I'm not the best at it, but yeah, whatever. I mean, the turbo manifold I built for that 4G64 worked pretty damn good. It was kind of restrictive because the ports were a little bit small, but hell, it turboed. There's the motor sitting right there. It blew the clutch up. It blew it up. I mean, boom, like kaboom, you know, bye-bye clutch, no more clutch kind of thing. Oh, I got an idea. I'll probably weld over here too. And to do that, I need a light. Das Blinkenlichten, which is here. That was the magnet. There we go. Let's put our light and our magnet up here. Yeah, gimme cord. Gimme. Jerk. No, just come here, cord. No, I don't want the whole thing. Just cord. Only the cord, not the welder, because the welder wasn't even plugged into the cord. Just the cord. Cord, not a thing, nothing else. Just give me the cord. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. There. Let us go upwardly. This is my little Harbor Freight light that I was talking so goodly about a couple of videos ago. I still like it. I like the magnet on there, and I like the clampy thing, and I like the fact that it's bright enough I can use it. It's still sort of greenish, but and it flickers too because of 60 hertz. It's not rectified or anything. Whatever. It's not filtered. Yeah. I don't see how that's too big of a problem. All right. Let's actually move this over there. Ka-chunk. Here comes my little magnet. Stick the magnet in the middle of the hickey. And I'll move this over there too. We're going to run the generator off of the welder tonight, or, well, probably the other way around. There we are. Here, you sit there for a minute. There's my Harbor Freight lighty-majig. Now let's move this cover off of her. Can't get that Minions intro out of my head now. That's going to be stuck there all night. Probably all day tomorrow. Ba, 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 dun, dun. I need to do like a Minions Terminator intro. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Minions are awesome. Okay, now, uh-oh. Oh no. One of my magnets came off of here. Shoot. Well, that sucks. Okay, first point of contention. One of the magnets came off of this magnet holder thing. Verily, that doth annoy. Because I don't... Oh, it's still stuck up to the thing. Well, shoot. Alright, well, I'm not going to knock off points for that. Sometimes it's hard to stick those magnets to stuff, especially when you're using it outside. Okay, let's point this so the exhaust points away from me. Grab the welder. which I just laid down on the rectifier bridge, which probably broke it. Okay, now they tell me that, yeah, that's broke. Yeah, it'll be all right. I need the gun to be negative and the ground to be positive. I think I'm backwards here. Nope. The gun's negative, ground is positive. All right. That's good. I thought I was backwards, but I guess I'm not. I'm forwards. All right. We got a light here. We got a chair here, sort of, almost. Come here, chair. There, now we got a chair here. Chair here. We need some chair here. Can I get some chair? All right. Yeah, we'll just weld right on the side of this here heck-a-jig. Put the light down that way. Whoa! Or not. Stick her up the other way. There we go. That ought to get away with it. Okay, now, so you need a weldy helmet. Bring the camera a little closer over here. Probably gonna want the gloves for this one. Oh, there's another chunk of steel on the ground I could probably use. Alright, I think we're just gonna stick the piece right there and just kind of weld it on top of that. Okay, give me chunks. Give me a hick-a-jig. The other chunks. Thing to sit it on. You know, I probably ought to build a table to weld on. Yeah, that's hard. Well, so is welding not on a table. Yeah. Alright. So here's the flange. That side, the downside sticks to the engine. Right. So we'll zap the pain in the ass ones on first so I get discouraged and get pissed off and leave. Now we gotta miss this bolt hole though. That's the big important takeaway. Right on the other side of that. Right there, and then up and through. There we go. We'll straighten it up in post. Alright. Let's start the generator. Get the groundy clamp here over here. Ouch. Alright, masher on there. I gotta get my new ground clamp hooked up to this thing. Next time. Every time it's next time. That'll be next time too. Well, this thing used up some fuel. Alright, mash on it. Turn the juice on. And mash the choke on there. And I think we got a mash on the rope. Do it again. Uh-oh. Did I turn the fuel off? Probably. Yeah, I usually do. I always turn the fuel off because you want to drain the carburetor off every time you use it. If you drain the carburetor out every time you use it, that means the shit won't build up in there as bad. Yeah, that's going away from me, that's good. Alright, oops, weldy helmet. We'll let her sit there and warm up a little bit. Make sure the crop top's got power. Uh-oh, your battery's running low. How low? 15 minutes left. Alright, let's go find a power supply. Seems like this happens every damn time. Oh, well, here's a power supply right here on the seat. Good. Right where I can get to her. Let's just get the power supply on the crop top before it craps. Hurry up. Whoops. That's disconnected. Hitch it up to AC here. And as soon as I plug this power supply into this damn laptop, it's going to shut off too, I bet you. Laptops are dicks. Actually, all computers are dicks. You got to trick them into doing what you want them to do. There we go. Okay, we got juice. Good. Now I got to pee. I'm going to hit the peeing wall here. Oh, that's better. Okay, camera's still on? Yep, good. You stay there. You keep watching. I'm going to zap this shit. Here. Don't have my mic with me. There you go. Alright. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but there she goes. I can see this arrangement is going to be a pain in the dick hole. Well, that's about as good as we're going to get. Better than the factory one. Alright, bring her in. Oh, you know what? We can clamp this down to the frame. Like that. Ah, there we go. There we are. Well. right. Let's do this now. I have to turn the shit out of that. Okay, don't touch that end. Probably should have brought gloves over. That would have been wise. Well, guess that's hot. Couldn't imagine why. But, get it before it gets through. There we go. Here, you move that way. Okay, you stick on there. Let's move that way. Now, that's not the pressure, right? Well, let's burn the straight up the side too while we're here. That is up. That'll get split up. Well, that looks like shit. That's the corner, Paul. I guess we'll have to do it for now. We're doing too much wire. Okay. That'll kind of do. Okay. Yeah, well, okay. Right? Yep. Okay, good. Yeah. That's not the hot one. That's the hot one. I can't pick the damn thing up now. Well, I pick her up by this end. Yeah, that's kind of shitty. We're going to have to do some grinding on that. Let's talk into the mic. We're going to have to do some grinding on that one. Just in case. Yeah. You know what? Let's throw this onto here. That'll do her. There. Let's do her this way. Whoop. You fall again. I'll kick your ass. I'll clamp that on there. Knock this down just a hair. There we go. Now we're just going to pack it. Let it burn it on the full. We're going to put the brakes in there. Whoop. Let's do the water out there. That's good. This is good. Oh. That's where the damn truck. Oh, you don't get. Let's hang out a wire. There. Why not? Let's hang out a wire. Look, there we go. Well, I mean, it was a pain in the ass time before, but now it's a pain in the ass this time. Whoops, that's still hot. Yeah. It's still hot, too. Well, whatever. That's good, everything's fucking still hot. Suck like that. Alright. That's too hot. Fuck. Oh, the hose fire. Fucking fire drill. I need a table. Okay. Okay, stay there. Fucking down there. Alright, one more shot. Yeah, here, I'll show you. Yeah, that'll do. Put the slip in the book of place now. I don't know. There's the meat. Well, I guess I'm going to have to either go get gloves or just wait till this cools off to handle it. Hell, I ought to just make a set of turbo manifolds while I'm out here. Yeah. I just want to drive the damn thing and I want to blow it up. Alright, switch hats here. That's better. I guess I may as well shut down for a little bit. That's piping hot. Alright, cool. Yeah, it's turned out kind of ugly, but oh, that's warm. A nice heater for a cold night. Well, that's good. This is one of the more pain in the ass parts of the project. I'm glad we got this started. See if this is cooled off enough to touch yet. Yeah, for a few seconds. Long enough to stick it on here. And burn the shit out of myself over here too. Hurrah. There we go. Well, actually I guess we could just, well, cool it off enough so I can move it. Alright, so you get the idea how this is going to work. I hope I got that on film. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, anyways. So this is the front cylinder, and these are the two back ones. And they just come out of this here thingy. That comes out of that. It's just going to curve around, go back about yay far, and then go down at a 45-degree angle for about 2.5 feet till it gets under the frame. Then under the frame, it's going to go at another 45-degree angle to make 0 again. Go straight back, get a communistic converter in it, and get a Chevy Caprice muffler, which is nice and quiet, or just whatever quiet muffler I can find. I want this thing to shut the hell up, you know. I'm so tired of loud four-wheel drives, loud stuff going off-road, you know, just shut up. You don't lose that much horsepower, especially with a 175 horsepower V6 to begin with. Plus I'll have the electric booster on the front once I get her finished. So it's, you know, I'm not really hurting for horsepower here. It's about a 3,000-pound car with the frame and engine and all that stuff. It ain't too bad. I want to chop this down here too, I think. Well, that's a little bit too long on this side. I didn't quite calculate it right. And over here, I'm going to need to, but actually I'm going to have to chop over here too. Well, maybe we could chop this first before we dick with it. It's not straight, even remotely, but, oh, you know what? Yeah, shoot. Let's do her that away. Tap, tap. Tappy, tap, tap. Alright, now we'll just burn the shit out of my marker, marking this thing up. Just chop her with the grinder while we got her apart. There's our line. It's not even remotely straight, but I don't care. And the exhaust gases don't care either. They're like, hup, time to leave. Goodbye. It ain't headers, so it ain't like we're you know, going for specialized tuning and anything like that. It's just basically to make as close a copy as I can to the existing exhaust manifold on the other side. But this one's got to stick out 6 inches. I got to mess the steering shaft with it. You know, the factory exhaust manifold dumps directly on top, within about 1 inch of the steering shaft, and it's dead center in the middle of the downpipe. So that can't work. So we got to bring it, if it went back like 6 inches, it'd be perfect. But I don't want to weld that stuff because it's a pain in the ass to weld. So we're just going to do her the sort of hardish way, make a completely new manifold for the one side and just make it fit. Well, I could weld up here too, couldn't I? I probably should, since I got it apart still. Although it doesn't really matter, because if this weld's any good, it'll be alright. Well, maybe I should, because who knows if that's going to stick. You know, those welds aren't exactly the best welds in the world, so maybe they're not going to stick too good. Whatever. We'll get it. Alright, let's mash this over that away. Alright, grab the grinder and grind away. I keep forgetting I don't have to yell to the camera because you're right here. Because, you know, yins are stuck to my hat, at least the audio portion. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm glad I bought this little mic. It's a lapel mic, but I always stick it to my hat because it just kind of, it's not quite loud enough on the actual lapel, so I stick it on my hat, and it gets right up where my voice maker thing is. And yins can hear it usually. until I get something loud going, and you can't anymore. Of course, this works a lot better in the loud stuff than that potato of a camera that I had before, and this camera's got the shittiest mic. I mean, like, why do they even bother putting a mic on this thing if it ain't gonna work right? Well, it's a $20 camera. I mean, you know. It'll do 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames a second. I'd like to get 60. What I really want is a 4K. It's like 3840 by whatever. I'd like to have something that's got a heck of a lot better image, but at 60 frames a second, but that's expensive. Well, I mean, $100 or a couple $100, but at this point in the channel, you don't really want to worry about getting the best of equipment, hiring a bunch of people and getting everything going. All you want to do is put the content out there, and if you got a good enough camera or a couple of good enough cameras that'll make it work, then you can do that. All right, cutting away. Yep. Choppity chop. There we go. Yeah. You know, it's kind of funny. A few weeks ago, the cops stopped by while I was working back here, and they said, "You ain't stealing no converters, are you?" I said, "Nope. Actually, I'm underneath this truck welding mine back on." And I was, because it fell off. I mean, literally fell off. It didn't get stolen or it didn't get cut off. It fell off. All right, cool. So if I do this, then we should be able to stick it on the jig, and it should just do the thing. All right, so the ends are back. I'm back too. There you go. All right, stick this on there. You gotta miss that bolt hole. Whoops. Well, I cut it crooked the wrong way. Shit. I uncrooked it the wrong way. If it ain't about the money, don't be blowing me up. Stop wasting my time. How hot is this? It's like the Wu-Tang Clan. It ain't nothing to fuck with. Now that's going to be stuck in my head. Well, it's a good song, though, so it can get stuck in my head. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan is nothing with which one would wish to fornicate. Actually, maybe that's not the message they're trying to convey. Perhaps I missed it. Perhaps I missed the point. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. They are indeed nothing with which one would wish to fuck. Turn back on. I can't see the damn screen. There we go. Alright, you're going to stick that away. Now, you can watch that. Watch me burn the shit out of myself and burn holes through this piece of metal. In HD, where available. One of these days I'm going to bring my second mic up here. I got a second lapel mic. I'm going to stick it on the opposite side. Indians can hear me in stereo. That might be kind of neat. I mean, the voice ain't going to be too much in stereo, but the action is. Wow, that completely missed. I must have thought it was the Wu-Tang Clan. I didn't want to fuck with it. Alright, let's fire the generator back up. Let's do that one last weldment. Power on. Whoops. Yeah. Alright, goose. Yep. Now what? Joking already? There we go. Alright. There should be. Grab another drink of Gatorade and go at her. Power up. I'll move. That's got to come over here with me. That's got the mic on it. Now here's my little mic I got. It's kind of cool. Alright, fire it all. That's kind of shit-worthy. That will work. The bingo ain't your baby. The bingo. I just called the wrong side. No, it didn't. Good. That's kind of warpy though. What? I think it kind of warped a little bit. I think I dropped it on the fucking ground. There we go. Fuck yeah. America. Fuck yeah. America. Fuck yeah. Oh, cool. That was brilliant. Guess we can take this tank on there now, huh? There we go. Give it to us. Alright, here we go. That's not the best way to do that. There we go. Fuck yeah. Oh, that's right. Alright. I reckon. Okay. There we go, back to the comfortable hat. Yeah, shut off the fuel oil. I always shut the fuel cock off and let the generator run down. That way, yeah, a bunch of shit don't build up in the carb. There she be. Ugly as heck, but it is attached. I think I'll cut the little bean out of the middle of there. That's fairly good. I'm gonna have to grind a little bit on it, but should be all right. I'll grind these down a little bit, see how the welds stuck. Probably tomorrow we'll stick around and weld them some more. That's gonna shut off on its own. We'll go over here so we can talk. Starting to run a little lean now. Yeah, there's the camper frame. It's about the same way you seen it last time. Let's see. I'm glad this car's got a lot of space underneath it. Look at that. This thing looks cool too. I like it. It's like just the right height and just the right size. They should have made these from the factory. I'll tell you what. Oh, I'll tell you what. Propane and propane accessories. Oh, we got to make a transmission cross member yet. There's what I was looking at for that. I got a chunk of metal here that my neighbor gave me. I'm always giving him my junk pop cans, and he's always giving me bits and pieces of metal I can use. And I think this is pretty thick. It's actually two pieces. It's an insert inside of that. You can't see it because it's too damn dark over here. But this chunk here would probably be a good cross member. I'm going to try to use it. I got a rubber piece already cut up for that. Oh, there she goes. Down goes the generator. That's the way you do it. Play the guitar on the MT. Whoops, nope, not that one. You always run these things out of gas when you're done with them. Keeps all the shit out of the carb. You know, that gas will just, if you leave the gas on, it'll just sit there and evaporate and then bullshit. In this case, it doesn't. Shut her off. I'm going to try the electric starter, and it's actually got an electric starter. Yeah, let's clean this up. All right, I'm going to put all this away. Throw her in the garage, lock everything up, and go to bed. I kind of enjoyed that. Nice little outing. But there it is. I mean, the stuff doesn't really have to be straight. All it's got to do is go into the main collector that goes down to the bottom, and that's got to be, that doesn't have to be straight. Shoot, nothing has to be straight on here. I got to learn to make stuff straight sooner or later, because eventually I'm going to have to do it for somebody else if, you know, career requires. Maybe I'll put a spacer in the middle of there, like a strip down the middle of there, just because it might help with the exhaust pulses. I'm not sure. Of course, being that short, I don't think it's going to care, but we'll find out. Anyways, so that be it for now. Go in the house. Well, actually, I'm going to go to the house, go in the house, go to bed. I shall see you later.